everyone, it's Tox from CritsHappen.com. Thanks for watching and welcome back. We're here with Mage Wars on the table and we're about to sit down and finish a game between Ninja Zach and Mrs. Tox. Ninja Zach is playing a Warlock and Mrs. Tox is playing a Force Master. And so far, we only got a couple of rounds in before we had to take a break, but we're doing really well. Ninja Zach is only 8 years old. This is probably the most complex game we're teaching him right now. But we like to challenge our little gamer and give him some things to achieve and go for. And so far, so good. He's got 5 damage on Mrs. Tox, and he's got a lead. He's got some curses on her. He's got an imp out. He's got a battle forge out. However, Galvatar cometh, and the Force Master is slowly making her way across the board to possibly lay some smackdown. So we'll have to see how it works out. But it's been really fun so far. But we're not here to talk about Mage Wars. I just wanted to explain real quick why this is out on the table. Today we're here with a brand new video segment called the Crit List. Now, I thought long and hard about doing lists because I didn't want them to always be the same old thing. I didn't want them to be the top Euro games or the top Steve Jackson games or the top deck building games or things like that. I wanted them to be something different. And I think for the first one here, I think we're going to have a lot of fun. So for this first one, we're going to title it the top 3 sites you may not know about. When we started, we were very small and nobody really knew who we were and nobody really thought much about us. So we slowly had to gain momentum. And we did that by producing really good content. We hope that you thought that back then and we hope that you think it right now as well. We've grown tremendously. We have over 7,500 subscribers on YouTube and I'm astounded every time I look at that number. But when I think back and I think about when we started and all the just challenges and all of the, wow, I'm never ever gonna have that many people follow me, or just the personal struggles that you work with. This is a lot of work. When you're doing videos and you're trying to entertain people and give people a reason to watch and give people a reason to listen, it's a lot of work. There's a lot of prep work, there's a lot of thought, just bringing everything together. Some people script, some people don't script. Some people do long takes, some people don't do long takes. There's all these different things involved. To give you an idea, this is actually like the 4th take of this video we're doing right now. So there's a lot of work that goes into it, but it is all a labor of love. The majority of people I know that do this, whether they're doing it to try and make a profit or whether they're doing it because they love board games, deep down inside, I believe we all have a passion for this industry. And I think that it comes across really well. And there's a lot more people. As technology becomes more prevalently available, more affordable, and anyone can get a camera and start editing and doing things, you're gonna see a lot more people jumping into the kind of video entertainment side of board gaming, whether it be reviews or anything else. So I thought about people that I watch, that I like, and that I just am astounded they don't have more followers. So we wanted to take a second and highlight those people real quick, in no particular order, but tell you a little bit about them. You have links to their sites and check them out and give you an idea why we like them. Now, you may be asking yourself, why would I ever tell someone to go watch someone else? Well, I'm a big believer that this industry is, and what we do, what reviewers do, or what video bloggers do for board games, is a service. And I feel that we're highlighting games that you may have heard of or may not have heard of. We're providing you opinions of either people who play, solo or 2-player games with groups, all the way up to people who play with, 6, 12, 13 people in game groups, and give you different perspectives on that. And it's very much like a doctor. If you're sick and you go to a doctor, you want to get a second opinion sometimes, so you go to another doctor. Same thing with us. What I do when I give you my opinions or my thoughts on a game, it's just that. It's just my opinions. It's not a definitive line in the sand of, go get this game, it's amazing. Mage Wars is my favorite game that's on the market right now. Doesn't mean it's going to be yours. You may absolutely abhor it and hate it. You may absolutely love it and agree with me on that. And that's the beauty of the internet. We're all allowed to have our opinions, share it with each other, and discuss it. And for me, that's one of the best parts about doing what I do, is getting to connect with all of you as critical fans and talk with you about all the different things in board gaming and tabletop industry, which is a lot of fun. So I wanted to talk a little bit about 3 people who have made an impact to me and I've really liked and enjoyed, and I think deserve some light shed on them and have more and more people check them out. No particular order here. It's not like number 1 is the best and number 3 is the third best. It's just 3 total people and wanted to talk a little bit about them. And we'll put links to their YouTube channels, both in the video's annotations and then in the video description below as well. So number 1 is a guy who is a really unique combination of tabletop games and video games. And if you're like me, I like both. I actually love video games. I don't get to play them as much as I wish I could, but I love them. Everything from Call of Duty to Madden to you name it, Xbox, PlayStation, Wii. We've got one of everything. So there's a lot of great video games that are out there. A lot of PC games as well. I do a lot of Steam gaming with Valve. But this guy is Ricky from Let's Level Up. And Let's Level Up has a really unique perspective. He's got a great passion. You can just tell he comes across genuine, he comes across real, and I really like that. He has a lot of passion about what he talks about. And he's done everything from Smash Up to Mage Wars to Marvel Heroes to Soulforge to Hearthstone. And he does a really good job of balancing both video games and tabletop games into a channel that makes it really fun and entertaining. He's also slowly growing and gaining momentum, which is great. Hopefully this will help him gain some more. He's done some contests for his fans as well. So definitely would recommend checking out Let's Level Up and Ricky. So let's move on to number 2. Number 2 is actually the One Tar, who is Tiffany. I don't know the whole story behind the name The One Tar. I'd love to hear it and understand it. But Tiffany is really funny because she has this unique way of delivering a video. I don't know if it's with a GoPro or what it is she does, but she did a Suburbia review in the middle of a furniture store in IKEA. Like you see her open a refrigerator and it's like the camera's in the refrigerator. It's really comical. And then she did, my favorite is of recent, there is a Kickstarter game called Oddball Aeronauts, which is a great game. Definitely check them out if you get a chance. But she did a review on that because the idea of the game is that you can play it anywhere. It's just in your hand and you can take it anywhere and play it. And she decided to prove that by getting on a ski lift. Fully done up, goggles, whole 9 yards, and went up the ski lift, played the game, got off the ski lift, started skiing down, and it came out great. There's something really unique about that, and I think the best line I heard, I think it was a BGG user or someone online made the comment that she's just the kind of crazy that I can get into. And that's exactly what she represents. She is a very different perspective, very cool, and also just extremely genuine. You can tell when you watch her that she's played the games multiple times, she really enjoys them, and she has fun with them. That's something also I should probably point out about all 3 of these people. They strike me as people who have played the games multiple times. Unfortunately, and this is just a dichotomy of what we talked about earlier, of so many people having access to technology and it's more affordable and more available, that doesn't always mean it's all always good. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people I see that you can just tell. I had an old boss once, and he told me something. It was really great conversation, and I was talking to him about him being a vice president and other people at his level being vice presidents in our company, and what he was doing and how other people were doing it, and maybe, in my opinion, weren't doing it as good. And he said to me, he goes, you know what? I put in the time, and you can tell. When you talk to people in 5 minutes about a subject that they should know about, you can tell if they put in the time. And that is pretty much generic across every type of business, and including this with board game reviews and tabletop reviews. You can tell who has played the game multiple times, who really likes it. And I don't mean that like they get every rule right, like they don't screw up. People are going to screw up. But I would be hard pressed for someone to tell me that Rodney Smith, for example, does not play his games multiple times before he sits down in front of that camera. There's a lot of people that do that, and that's a big thing for me. And you can tell that all 3 of these people take the time, put in the time, and deliver really good product. So let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is one of my favorites right now because he has some subtle comedy. He has characters. He is great for families. If you're looking for your family of board gamers like we are with our children. Ninja Zach again is 8. We have Wyatt, who's never usually on camera involved because he's just growing up into himself right now. He's 5. But if you have family and you want to look for some type of entertainment like this, he's a great person to follow. And the thing that I really like about him is he does these segments that are very different. He doesn't do the standard talking head, here's what I'm going to do. I mean, it's very unique, and I really like that. And he also comes across very genuine. And this is Chaz from Paradise. He involves his daughter. He has characters. He gets dressed up. He does crazy things about component proponent, where he'll show you about things that you can pimp out your game, which is really cool. And he does it in a really funny way. And you can tell that he puts the time in. He comes up with creative things to share and does it in an entertaining way. He also will find games I've never heard of. He finds games that just very comical, things that you may never see before, and I really like that. It's different, and I love different. I think that that's really great. So he is another one I would highly recommend to check out. So let's run them down again real quick. So Let's Level Up, that's Ricky. The One Tar, that's Tiffany. And Paradise, that's Chaz. Those are 3 people that we're watching right now. People that we would recommend for you to check out as well, and we hope that you enjoy them. Maybe consider subscribing to them and showing them some love as well. So that's it. That's our first crit list. We're going to try and do more of these every month, and they could be on anything. In fact, if you have ideas of what you'd like us to do for a top 3 or a top 5, let us know. Leave your comments below on the YouTube channel. Of course, you can join in the discussion on Facebook, Twitter, and Google Plus by searching Crits Happen, or our homepage at critshappen.com. But until we see you next time, we hope you enjoy us and all the other people in the board game and tabletop video industry. Keep rolling those dice. We hope they're all crits.